Good evening and salam Ibu Pertiwiku. Afghan government officials said a car bomb exploded on Wednesday outside a police station in the Afghan capital, Kabul, wounding at least 34 people. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the blast in the west of the city during the morning rush hour, which sent a cloud of grey smoke billowing into the sky. Interior Ministry spokesman Nasrat Rahimi said the bomb went off when a vehicle was stopped at a checkpoint outside the station. A health ministry spokesman said 34 wounded people were brought into hospitals. There has been no let-up in violence in Afghanistan, even though Taliban and the United States appear close to a historic pact for U.S. troops to withdraw in exchange for a Taliban promise the country would not be used to plot terrorist attacks. Foreign countries are issuing warnings to their citizens about traveling to the United States after violence left 31 people dead in 2 mass shootings this weekend. The Venezuelan government issued a statement urging its citizens to postpone trips to the U.S. after the recent acts of violence. Also in Latin America, the Uruguayan government issued a similar release that urges its citizens to take precautions when visiting the U.S. because of its increasing indiscriminate violence and hate crimes fueled by racism and discrimination that cost the lives of more than 250 people in the first 7 months of this year. According to the Los Angeles Times, the Japanese consul in Detroit published an alert Sunday that said Japanese citizens should be aware of potential gunfire everywhere in the U.S., which they described as a gun society. The Times reported that other countries have issued travel warnings in the past because of gun violence in the U.S., such as France, New Zealand, and Germany. The head of China's Hong Kong and Macau Affairs Office said Hong Kong is facing its worst crisis since its return from British to Chinese rule in 1997, as more anti-government protests rocked the Asian financial hub. Zhang Xiaoming, one of the most senior Chinese officials overseeing Hong Kong affairs, said violent activities are intensifying. The impact on society is spreading wider, and it can be said that Hong Kong is now facing the most severe situation since its handover. Hong Kong has faced months of sometimes violent protests that began with opposition to a now suspended extradition law and which have evolved into a direct challenge to the government of embattled leader Carrie Lam and calls for full democracy. Hong Kong's protests, which continued on Wednesday, pose a major challenge to Chinese President Xi Jinping, who is grappling with a trade war with the United States and a slowing economy. Protesters are demanding a complete withdrawal of the extradition bill, an independent inquiry into the crisis, an investigation into what they say is excessive use of force by police, and for Lam to step down. Well, that's all the updates for now. I'm Razi Ahmad. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.